Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to 52 Weeks of 52 Favorite Photos YouTube Hop, hosted by Miranda. And it is also Follow a Sketch February, hosted by Sandy, who is State Goddess here on YouTube. And today's sketch is this sketch here, and I don't know who it's by. It's really a cute sketch, though, but I didn't find no name anywhere. So it's probably one of those that didn't get branded. I'm going to scrap this photo here of my grandson Kyler, and I am going to be using Rust and Revs. I've had it since like 1st of November, I think it was. And yeah, this will be first time using it. And I'm pointing out the dies I plan on using off of there, and I'm going to use 3 words off of that one. And I'm trying to show you, on the sketch up there, it's got like a postage canceling stamp. Well, I do have a stamp, but I thought I'd use the die instead. And I'm showing some of the laser cuts and the rub-ons. And I think I can't remember if I used any of the ephemera. This is a Tim Holtz Faded Dots stencil, and I pulled out it's Tim Holtz too, and it is scattered straw to go on the back of the layout. I thought about using Rusty Hinge, but then I thought, well, there's a lot of rust looking stuff in the collection, so I decided to use the scattered straw instead. And I love this Faded Dots. I hadn't used it in a while. And my favorite part is right there at the end. I think at the top and the end both. This one is Crafter's Companion, and it's something tile. And I have used it so much that when I cleaned it the last 2 times, a little tile ended up coming off. Maybe that's a little bit on the rough side, but I decided I could still go around those spots. And I'm using black soot to add a little more black to the background. And my cardstock here is from Cardstock Warehouse, called Whipped Cream Whip, something like that. It's not exactly a white, but I thought it'd go better with the collection. But I am using Rusty Hinge now for my splatters. I just thought it'd be a third color and there wouldn't be that much of it anyway. Well, you might think there is because I just keep splattering. But yeah, it is Rusty Hinge. It is kind of watered down Rusty Hinge. Y'all see me spray it. I'd say just to use a 6x8 papers. I'm really shocked over that. My mouth watered as I was looking at the other papers, but since the sketch had these, I couldn't bring myself to cut into the other papers. And so I was glad I had bought the 6x8 collection. You do not know how much was going on in my mind about cutting into them till I pulled out the collection and realized I had the 6x8 too. This piece here is, I think it was the one with the ephemera. No, it was the one that had the 6x8 collection. And I thought, well, I could use that with my photo. And I did put my photo on the behind the picture frame here. Now this photo, I've had it for years and years, and it was digital. And there was 3 photos. And my grandson was getting ready to go for a ride with a friend of the family on the motorcycle. He was so excited about it and really looking forward to it. And so I have a couple of photos of him at his house with, before he left, getting the helmet and all this stuff, and everything. And this is the only one on the actual road trip. It was a day trip. I mean, it wasn't super long, but it was a day trip, and they stopped and ate, had a little picnic thing and everything. And that's where they're at right now. But it was so faded. And when I have stuff digital and I edit it, I put edit beside it so I know I've edited it. But then I saved the original. Well, It looked better than the original because it was a thing right there beside it, and it was still faded. I love that photo, and I wanted to scrap it forever. And editing has improved immensely. He is like 21 now, and this picture, he's pretty young there, maybe 8. And so it's been a long time, so I thought, well, I'll go ahead and try, and I was amazed at the difference. It's not perfect because it wasn't a perfect picture to start with, but it is so much better. And I thought, I have got to scrap this for my favorite photo of this week. And yeah, I was really, really tickled over it. So it says edited 2, and I'm saving it. Someday I might be able to get it perfect, with AI and everything, and I can just replace it, slide another one in there. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with what I've got right now. I've been busy adding to my layout while I was rambling on. And that motorcycle there, I had it planned to put it on the bottom left. And then you seen hung off like halfway there, and that wasn't going to work. So it's not going on there quite yet because I'm still thinking about what to do with it. And I wanted that little wooden sign looking thing there, and I was going to put something on it. I hadn't made up my mind what, but it's not going to end up there. I mean, the motorcycle has to go on there. That's one reason I got this collection to use with, some motorcycle pictures that I have and cars, of course. And when I got it in November, several people were commenting how hard it was to find. And it was. I mean, I didn't get everything I wanted, but I was happy that I got what I did. But yeah, it's great for something like this. And that film strip there, it's from, well, y'all know I've been making layouts with Spectrum Gardenia, and it is from that collection. But I figured, black, it can go on here. And I wanted something that wasn't straight lined, so I was putting that on there. I had it planned to put it on earlier, but I forgot all about it. But it was able to go on anyway. And I know there is no angle on the sketch, but I'm trying to get all the stuff that it is and add. I mean, yeah, I'm going to add if I can. So yeah, I'm adding some things that I like to the layout too, to the sketch too, to make it the layout mine. Now, I was tempted to use my die for the compass, but this was calling my name, and I cut out both of the chains, and I figured I'd put one, over there where the rub-on is, with the road going down there, and then the other one, I thought, well, I can hang it beside the compass. Well, that wasn't going to work out after all. So I added it to the back, and since the parts are on there, you really couldn't really tell that the chain was there, and the chain looked so short. I just cut it apart, and I like that a whole lot better. This little round thing, I think it's a wheel. It looks like a wheel. It had parts. It's got like 3 parts, and I wanted them all to stay together, so I punched out a piece of black cardstock and put behind it, and a little bit of glue, as y'all can see, and held it all together. I knew I wanted it for a base for a little cluster there, but I wasn't sure what else I was going to put there yet. Oh, this little thing, let me look at it. It just has 434 on it. Kind of reminded me of a license plate, kind of, but not exactly. Of course, it could be a vintage license plate, something really old, but I added it on there. And and this vintage gas pump, I love, love, love that thing. Coming towards my house, there's it's a carpet place. They have gas pumps that they have purchased that are vintage here and there. And then they have signs from places, that's been closed down, and they bought the sign and repaired them even. And there was a dog and suds sign there, and I had my nephew in the car with me, And we come past there and he got all excited. Oh, there's a dog and suds. And I said, yeah, there's a dog and suds sign, but that guy collects signs and gas pumps and stuff. And, it was all lit up. He thought for sure he was going to get him some dog and suds, but no. But it does make you want a few things when you go by there, but I don't think any of them are available anymore. At least I haven't seen them lately. It's really hard to tell it's a carpet place. I did get my little postcard thing in the right place and was deciding what to do with it. I couldn't quite make up my mind. I thought if I just glue it down, it's going to be flat. And, I was wanting a little more dimension to my layout. And I noticed that it wasn't exactly in pieces because I did have to kind of tear the center out a little bit because it was kind of stuck on there. But that tiny bit's all I had to tear. And so I'm putting foam tape behind it and putting it back in there and making it more dimensional. I would have had to put foam tape on the little things that are streaming there, and that would have been hard, or just let them stream in midair. So I thought this will work pretty good. I'll have the dimension and it'll still be flat and glued down. I think I added something while I was talking to that little cluster by the photo, but I don't know. I wasn't looking quite at it. I was looking at the postal looking thing. Um, and I love this gear thing. Um, but it was flat too. I was wanting to add dimension to it. So I am adding a couple little things. One looks like a button, but the other one looks like one of those, oh, what are they called? They're not called brads. Studs maybe, that's like on blue jeans. And so I put foam tape behind them and added it, and I liked that a whole lot better. I settled for the little arrow sign up there instead of the big one that I wanted. And I put a rub on with it. And then this little triangle, I kept wanting to put it somewhere just because I like the stripes. And I like the stripes down there at the one at the bottom. And I was another one where you can see it in the tray. It's smaller, but I decided I didn't want to repeat it exactly. So I put the triangle up there. But that's it. I guess I am done with my layout. And I haven't even mentioned the hops. First, there are the 52 weeks of your 52 favorite photos. I thought for sure I was going to get out of the stack today, but I was looking for something else, another picture that I thought I'd print out and add to the stack when I found this one. And I was so excited about it. You just would not believe. I even had to message my friend Colleen and tell her how excited I was about finding it. But yeah, there's that. So there's a playlist down there for it. And then there is also Follow a Sketch February with a little sketch up there in the left hand corner. And that has got a playlist down there too. So both of them have playlists. So all you have to do is click. But yeah, there's my title. And uh, I got words and some dies once. And they were like travel adventure kind of things. So those worked out for my title. And and see the 67 there? This is the highway they were on was 67, and this was off of 67. So I was glad that was in there. And there's that cute motorcycle that was definitely going to make it on the layout whether anything else did or not. And there's my finished layout. And I had so much fun. I mean, you don't know how excited I was to make this layout. But be sure to check out the playlist down there below. And I hope you all have a happy, scrappy week. And thank you so very much for joining me while I created this. Bye.